The kingdom of the Planet of the Apes surely has some big shoes to fill. What is up, guys? Welcome to Boomer Base. Welcome back for another After Cinema Reviews. Today I'm here to talk about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Now, I was a bit late to the Planet of the Apes sort of trilogy of this new reboot thing. I had never really watched any of the originals. I had watched the Mark Wahlberg one like once. It has some vivid sort of stuff for me in my head, but I remember it just not being very good. But wow, was I fully surprised by Caesar's trilogy. There are some great characters, even a one-off film character like Buck, who protects Caesar on the Golden Gate Bridge, an absolute giga chad of a champion. Buck, I miss you so much. With Rise of the Planet of the Apes, it was a great origin story. It was a great beginning for Caesar. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, an absolutely incredible film, probably my favourite of the trilogy. We get to see all the people that we like Caesar, like Rocket, like Maurice, and then Luca. And, it was a very great film. We watch Cobra develop into this full villain and have to be sort of put down. And then I kind of paused because Maurice was my favourite character. And I was very worried going into War of the Planet of the Apes that Maurice was going to die. So I held off on that until Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes came out. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Because I didn't know if it was just going to be like a fresh reboot or what. And I heard that it was going to link, so I was like, okay, we're watching all three before I go to the cinema. So I rewatched them. They were phenomenal. I finally watched War, and although it didn't live up to all my expectations, thankfully Maurice did not die. Bad Ape, one of the most insanely funny characters to have graced this Planet of the Apes trilogy. That he was just incredible. I love him so much. And, R.I.P. Luca. I was really sad that Luca died. Like, why is it always just a big gorilla that's got to die? The ending was so sad. Like, I had tears in my eyes. It left it in a great place. I liked that basically the end of War was the beginning of sort of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It was a bit of a flashback, and that was insane. But I know I've done some rambling about the sort of pre-trilogy, but let's fully get into Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and dive right in. Now, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes had a very, very cool concept. I like that it was set generations past Caesar, and you could see the wavering of sort of Caesar's rule, and his sort of rules that kind of got a bit muddled, got a bit blurred, and were kind of introduced straight away to the Eagle clan. I wish we definitely could have seen more of the clans and learned some of their names, as the Eagle clan looked after eagles, they raised eagles, and we got to meet our main character Noah, followed by Suna and Anaya, some of his friends, and essentially just it all boils down to, before I actually go forward, spoiler warning, you've been warned, I'm about to talk about spoilers for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So, pretty much the Eagle clan get destroyed. Some big gorilla comes and pretty much, tries to find this Echo, which is pretty much the humans now, as humans are pretty much near sort of extinct, it seems. And we get to meet probably the most annoying character of this film, which was May. May, yes, I was right. I was randomly wondering if it was called Maeve. But May, played by Freya Allen. I've only seen her in a little bit of The Witcher. It didn't really, vibe for me, The Witcher. She wasn't terrible, but her character was just rather annoying, especially towards the end. We get to meet a new orangutan called Raka, and my god, they did that motherfucker dirty. He died, and I was honestly expecting him to come back, and I'll keep my fingers crossed for a sequel or the third installment in case he randomly hasn't died, but pretty much I'm assuming he's dead, which sucks. He was a really likable character. He was the last in the long line of sort of actual Caesar followers and things, and he's pretty much kind of paved the way for Noah to go forward and hopefully have Caesar's real life sort of rules continue, which I'm hoping. Raka, Noah, and Mai pretty much go on this kind of journey. They find that gorilla that beat up the Eagle clan again, and, you know, they get captured and they get taken to pretty much the, you know, pardon the pun, the kingdom of the Planet of the Apes at the moment. Or at least in this region vicinity, and we get to meet Proximus Caesar. Proximus had a very cool voice. Kevin Durand, absolutely insane voice for it. You know, I can't stop saying what a wonderful day at the moment. That's just stuck in my head.
What a wonderful day!
Proximus is a bit of an odd character, as pretty much I'm a bit torn. Like, I think he was right, but also Noah was right at the same time. I think there could have been some form of go-between. Pretty much Proximus wanted to go inside this big vault to just find just human treasures and things to make the apes stronger. Sort of May, you kind of think is mute as a character, but it turns out she could talk. And not a lot of other humans can talk and things, and May has some alternative motives. She doesn't want Proximus to get those weapons and things inside. She kind of leads Noah to sort of enter there in an alternative way, and they get up there. She steals this like key card. You know, they plan to blow up the dam to let the water in to flood it, and then, you know, some extra stuff happens. Noah learns that, you know, apes used to be like the bottom of the food chain and humans used to watch them in cages, all that type of stuff. We then get to sort of, we think they're coming out of this sort of bunker type of thing, and Proximus is there. Pretty much May blows up the thing, kind of saves Noah as well, but floods it, and that ensues, nearly like losing a lot of people. The big ape, whose name honestly I can't remember, he has a fight with Noah. He loses. Noah escapes. You know, blah de blah de blah. That sort of, you know, thing that we're used to. And then there is a sort of fight between Proximus and Noah at the top, where kind of Noah finally takes his reign as a sort of Eagle Clan's leader and gets to summon the Eagles, which is very cool. I love the sort of humming, chanting at the end. Very, very cool. And, you know, takes down Proximus. The only thing where it stands is that Noah is very strong as a whole. He's not like Caesar, and I don't know what sort of role he's going to fill going forward. I definitely think they need, as an Eagle Clan, need to understand that there are dangers out there. They need to protect themselves properly going forward. Otherwise, just a gorilla and a few people can come in and just wreck the whole clan again. But we pretty much see May disappear. She comes to greet Noah one last time, and she has a gun hidden, which I was like, holy fuck, I hate May. And she goes back. We find this other human camp with a bunch of satellites, and it seems to be some satellite upcom sort of thing to basically, I think, communicate with the world. They communicate. They're all sort of talking human, so I'm assuming these people have either not been affected by the virus that makes them sort of devolve primitively, or something else has happened that's for a future film to find out why about that. But May, stinky character, fucking hate her. She is a not nice character, so we will only see going forward. Overall, visually, I think it looked probably better than some of the other films, but I don't think it was better overall, considering it was 7 years past the last one. Obviously, I've not watched it in IMAX or anything like that, so, you know, that could sort of change. I think the music was fine. I think the story was kind of like plain as a whole, but I think it's one of those things where the trilogy was such a good trilogy. There is a lot to live up to, and we're only at film 1. I don't know where film 2 and maybe 3 onwards is going to go, but this could make film 1 as a whole a lot better than what it is. At the moment, as a standalone thing, it's kind of not really going anywhere. We've got some sort of things that we're wondering about, but we don't know how that's going to evolve really. But from certainly watching this, it has made me want to watch the original Planet of the Apes films, so I'm hoping I can give those a go, and once I do all of them, I hope to try and do some form of like listing of all the Planet of the Apes films and the ranking. I assume it's probably going to be sort of similar to a lot of people, but that depends on how well the originals hold up for me, but we will hope. But thank you very much for watching. I certainly enjoyed this as a whole. I'd probably give it like an 8, mid-7, probably a mid-7, sort of 7-ish ranking. It was fine. I think it's kind of like Dune Part 1 for me. Like, Dune obviously exceeds this. but it's one of those things where I'm not sure how to fully feel because I don't know whether it's going to get a sequel or even if it's going to like go anywhere. If it doesn't, I'd probably lower the rating a fair bit. If it goes somewhere in a positive light, it might go up a little bit. But as for the sort of Caesars trilogy, I would put this as the last place at the moment. But that's not necessarily a bad thing at all. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Tune in to another episode of After Cinema Reviews. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. Click the button to keep watching, or click the other video for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.